Long ago, the world was ruled by ice and stone. Life was a daily battle for survival. In a dark cave, a small family was shivering. The fire was dying and the food was gone.
Oh no!
Meet Ka, a brave hunter and a loving father. He looked at his elderly parents, weak from hunger. He looked at his 4 little children, crying softly. The harsh winter had lasted for 3 moons. No animals were left near the valley. The river was frozen solid like iron.
Wow!
Father, I'm so cold.
His youngest child whispered. Ka hugged his child close to his chest. His heart ached with pain and responsibility. He knew he had to do something immediately. Sitting passive meant waiting for death. Ka stood up, looking at the dark sky outside. He grabbed his trusted stone axe. He sharpened his long wooden spear. He packed a heavy leather backpack with survival tools. This backpack carried the hope of his entire family. His wife looked at him with worried eyes. "The blizzard land is dangerous," she warned. "I will return with food," Ka promised. "Keep the fire alive at all costs." He touched his mother's cold hands.
Mother.
Son.
He patted his father's frail shoulder. The children looked up at their hero. Ka turned around and walked toward the entrance. The freezing wind slapped his face instantly. He stepped out into the white, unknown wilderness. Snow was falling heavily, covering his tracks. Ka looked exactly like a warrior of nature. He wore thick animal fur to stay warm. His long beard was covered in frost.
Wow! It is really cold today!
Every step was deep in the freezing snow. The mountain before him was steep and icy. Ka used his spear to balance himself. The backpack felt heavier with every mile. But the faces of his children kept him moving. Suddenly he heard a strange sound from afar.
What was that sound?
It was the howl of a lone wolf. Ka stopped and listened closely to the wind. He held his axe tightly in his right hand. Danger was hiding behind every frozen bush. He continued walking for hours without stopping. His legs were numb and his energy was fading. "I cannot give up now," Ka told himself. He found a small cave to rest for a moment. He took out a dry piece of wood from his backpack. Using 2 stones, he tried to create a spark. After several attempts, a small fire was born.
Yes, look at that!
He warmed his frozen hands over the flame.
Fire is good.
He dreamed of a hot soup for his family. The storm outside grew louder and more violent. Trees were breaking under the weight of ice. But Ka's spirit was stronger than the storm. Early next morning, the storm finally stopped.
Finally!
The sun rose, painting the snow in bright gold. Ka packed his gear and left the cave. He looked down into a deep, hidden valley.
Wow! This valley is perfect!
In the valley, Ka noticed something unusual. Huge footprints were printed clearly on the snow. "A giant Irish elk," Ka whispered with excitement. This animal could feed his family for weeks. He carefully followed the fresh footprints. He walked quietly, making no sound at all. Behind a large rock, the beast appeared. It had massive horns and a powerful body. But Ka was not the only hunter today. A hungry saber-toothed tiger was also watching. The tiger growled, showing its long, sharp teeth. It jumped out from the bushes toward the elk. The elk panicked and ran away instantly.
No!
Ka's chance of getting food was escaping.
Come back!
The tiger turned its angry eyes toward Ka. It saw Ka as an easy meal or a threat. Ka stood ground, refusing to run away. Running away meant death in the open snow. He raised his spear, aiming at the beast. The tiger roared and leaped into the air. Ka dodged quickly to the left side. The tiger missed and crashed into the snow. Ka used his axe to strike a heavy blow. The axe hit the tiger's shoulder deeply. The beast howled in pain and anger.
Away from it!
It realized this human was a dangerous foe. Bleeding, the tiger decided to retreat. It disappeared into the thick forest. Ka breathed heavily, falling to his knees. He was exhausted, but he had survived. Ka got up and followed the elk's path again. A few miles away, fortune finally smiled on him. The giant elk was stuck in a deep ice crevice. It could not escape despite all its efforts. Ka looked at the animal with deep respect. "Thank you for saving my family," Ka said softly. He ended the animal's suffering quickly. Ka worked fast before other predators arrived. He cut the rich meat into large pieces. He wrapped the meat carefully in thick skin. He packed as much food as he could carry. His backpack was now filled with life-saving food. The journey back home was long and painful. His muscles screamed with intense fatigue, but his heart was light and full of joy. He could see the familiar valley in the distance. He saw the faint smoke coming from his cave. "They are still alive," he rejoiced. Ka entered the cave, dropping his heavy backpack. The children ran to him, crying tears of joy. His wife hugged him, washing away all his tiredness. They immediately built up the fire together. The smell of roasting meat filled the dark cave.
Best meat ever! Wrong!
The grandparents ate and regained their strength. The children's bellies were full and warm again. Outside, the cold wind was still blowing hard. But inside the cave, love and life had won. Ka looked at his family with a peaceful smile. He was just a simple man of the Stone Age. But to his family, he was the greatest hero.
I am Ka, and this is my home.